so I can kind of see. Good shot. Move him there. Have him heal me. I don't reckon anyone has Drone Control 3, but I only checked the deckers here. Yeah, nobody really does. So the turret's still active out there. Take down this turret. And there's an enraged troll in the next room. Good God. I'm gonna stay my ground there. Oh, I have to stay in his radius. I got you. Okay. I know how that works a little bit better now. Let's end the turn, because this guy's gonna run out of here. Yeah. Kinda need to take down this bad boy. He has haste, but he doesn't have aim. Her aim too, because I can see her. Come on. This might be a bad idea. Well, let's move him here, because at least I still have cover, technically. Good. One less thing to worry about. Give him haste again. Sorry, give her haste again. And if I move her over, I can see that. Nice. Anything in this next room? It's some hefty defenses. Has to be something back here. There's a drone. I'm hesitant to approach. Bliss. The drone appears to be broken. All it can seem to do is hover in place. Let's take the drone then. Drug formula, Jazz. Probably sell that. Ooh. See what we got in the safe here. 1476 Niran and Nitro. Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much it was just extra money, so. Alright. Now we just gotta get out of here. So let's go. Overall, this wasn't too bad. I mean, I kind of wish the nightclub part went a little bit smoother. But then again, I feel like we probably would have had to fight our way out of here anyways. I don't know. But the rest of it went pretty well. Ground floor club. Dude's T-posing over here. Let's get out of here. Hey, thanks for the assist. Can't tell you how happy I am to leave this place behind. No problem. Blitz nods at you, then abruptly changes the subject. Say, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova hot decker, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. Let's say yeah. I mean, I'm always open to having another person, right? As it happens, we could use a decker, yes. Excellent. Fantastic. I promise you, you won't regret it. Blitz has joined your team. I mean, I'm going to be the fucking best decker out, but we'll let him join. Your team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on a return trip to the Cruise Bazaar, leaving the filth of Drogen Cape far behind, but the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs that you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off of its surface. With luck, you'll soon have the answers that you've been looking for, as we return back to the Cruise Bazaar. The Krez Bazaar? I don't know. They've thrown in some heavy words here. Alright, there we go. Continue. Gonna say I heard something. There we go. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. This is getting better and better, oh my god. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Alright, so we got Iger, the weapon specialist here. She's like our long-range fighter, so I'm going to keep her like that. Because she comes in so clutch with that sniper. So I got either level 2 sniper specialist or level 2 shotgun specialist. I think it's sniper, because like I said, she's invaluable with that thing. Iger gains a sniper rifle ability that increases accuracy by 35% for one shot. Oh my god. Yeah. The Dietrich, Anarchist Shaman. We got Meltdown. Dietrich's Electric Core spell now strips one armor from affected targets. Don't use it too much. Or he can have Blade Specialist. Huh. Let's go with Meltdown. And then our combat medic here. Probably Pistol Specialist, because I don't really want to throw her in the fray with her melee abilities. Although I never really checked. Is she better with melee? No. She's about the same. Pistol Specialist. Glory gains a pistol ability. Firepower round does an additional 2 damage and pierces up to 2 armor. Costs 1 AP cooldown. Cool. He gets his first new skill at level 3, so. Alright. Ooh, goddamn. I get to level up too. Whew. This is where I'm going to struggle here. I don't know if I should go with some quickness and working on weapon skills. Dodge I don't really need. I haven't really encountered physical hits yet, which is nice. Pistol I don't really need. Didn't think. I wanted to see if I could revert that, but I can't. Body is okay for now. Quickness wouldn't be too bad. So I get Overwatch at 4. Gotcha. I'm not going to start putting into drone control, even though I've encountered, what, 2 things now? Just because it's kind of a waste for me. And I don't really know if I want to push biotech up higher. Even though I have had options for biotech 3, it's just... I haven't really needed to use good decking yet, but I want to undermine myself here. 3, that would be 6, that would be 10. So if I put all 10 of these points into combat here, I can go quickness 4, range combat 3, and rifle 3, and then I'll have full auto as well. And then the next one, and jump back to intelligence. Maybe decking and ESP control. I think that's what we're gonna do. What do I got for money? 1800, eh? Don't really need much. I do want to sell a bunch of the crap I have. Let's talk to this guy here. See what he offers. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by 2 vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. I should hope so. One of Monica's runners, then. Is it? Few others wield an ego that big. I'm Cyber Ninja, by the way. Good to meet you, Cyber Ninja. Name's Alexi Lane. What's your place in the Kriz Bazaar? No place really, just an old relic, resting away. There's something there's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run. As I start to jumble my words now. How'd you know? It was written all over your face. I had a feeling besides. Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? I'm afraid she's gone. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The Cerberus in his prosthetic complains as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'll leave you be. Oh, I didn't even notice this guy. Samuel Beckenbauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but this is kindness in his eye. Ah, hello, human. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a conversation with my assistant. The volunteer worker holds his silence, but her expression is full of naked hostility. Samuel gives her a sidelong glance, and she seems to get the message. The fire in her eyes dies down to a low simmer. But we do not want to be impolite. Is there something that I can do for you? No questions. I'm just passing by. I don't really know what I would be getting myself into if I said the other option there. Simmy. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior, she says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. 7 what? What do you have to care for? The captain's children. The Mother Superior says there are 7. She says I'm going to be governess to the children. You notice a chipped jack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. I'm gonna step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Wonder what's down there. Der Weinkeller. Lucky Strike. See what she has to say. A young woman stands at the bar, smoking a cigarette. You've seen her face before. Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monica's files. A plum of blue-gray smoke spills out from the corner of her mouth as she turns her attention to you. Hey. The distinctive circuit pattern tattoos that line her face shimmer and pulse with light. You need something? I don't believe that we've met. I'm Cyber Ninja. Yeah, I know who you are. She takes a drag on her cigarette. How you holding up, champ? I heard what happened to your boss. She wasn't just my boss. She was a friend. She smirks, then lets the smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Yeah, well, sorry for your loss and all that. A lot of people are still torn up about it. So, do you need something? Or are you just going to stand there staring? Why'd you bring up Monica? Did you know her? I met her a couple of times. She seemed nice enough. She takes another drag of her cigarette. But I mostly knew her by her reputation. You can't live in this guise without hearing about the queen of the Kriz bar. She pauses, then slowly lets the smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say that I was a fan. That's your prerogative, but then you didn't really know her. That's true, but I do have eyes and I can see what's been happening to the Kriz Bazaar since she got geeked. Whole place is falling apart, isn't it? And why do you think that is? Monica helped a lot of people. Now that she's gone, she can't anymore. Simple. The illustrious Fru Schaefer helped people, alright. She helped them so much that she couldn't make things work without her anymore. She made herself into a leader here, and guess what? In our anarchist system, there aren't supposed to be any leaders. Lucky Strike taps out her cigarette and leans toward you, a predatory grin on her face. You and your friends, you followed Monica too. Obeyed her orders without question, right? That's generally how a team works, yes. I've got a news flash for you, friend. Here in Berlin, teams don't have leaders. The very idea of a team leader runs counter to the spirit of this place. For such a rabid anarchist, your friends seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? It's a fair point, but you aren't going to change my opinion of Monica. I wasn't trying to. Remarkable thing about living in a free society, we're all allowed to have different opinions. She shrugs. Don't take it personally. I'm sure that you wouldn't like my friends either. One last thing, Cyber Ninja. I can't stop you from stepping in to fill Schaefer's shoes. You're already doing it. Making all the same moves that she did. A word of advice though, don't take too much on yourself. She's spread the responsibility around. Good of you to care. She turns away. I don't. But in a place like this, stacking too much power on any one person is dangerous. Not just for that person, but for everybody. The last thing that we need is for you to eat a bullet and for this whole place to fall apart again. I can see where she's coming from. I'm just really looking for merchants, but I guess we're kind of trolling around and meeting the people of the Kriz Bazaar now. At the phone booth. I didn't think there was going to be anything there, but it was worth a check. I know there's some places I can enter down to the south of our screen here. What's that? It's a cyber clinic. It's probably where I would get augmentations. I'm just trying to get familiar with everything here. Triage Cyber Clinic. Dr. Xavier Escabel. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. I'll step away and wait for him to finish. You step away from the doctor and wait for him to finish. Soon enough, he presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I'm Dr. Xavier Escabil, and your name is... Shake his hand. Cyber Ninja, a pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Cyber Ninja. What can I do for you today? We got this schematic auto-injector hyper. I found this schematic. Think you can hook me up with this chrome? Very nice. The design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. It won't be cheap, though. So increased by 6% and income damage is increased by 3 for... Yeah, I don't know about that. It increases accuracy by 6%, but it increases damage by 3 for 3 rounds. It would be good for Iger, because she usually sits in the back anyways, but... I can get an induction data jack. I didn't know that. There's a whole bunch of data jacks. Jesus. Like, I have the regular one here, but... I'm trying to figure out if I really want to get some cyberware or not. I kind of do with this character. I wouldn't mind the eyes getting that 3% to hit. Let's go for it. Yeah, so pretty much this is saying here that the more cyberware you have on your character, the less magic your character will be able to use, because magic and metal don't really go together. But we're not going to use magic at all, so it's fine. Let's see about the medical supplies too. Not that I really want to buy anything, but I do want to sell. Let's go ahead and sell that. And that costed 1, so I got 4.5 left still. I could get that right now and get 6 HP. Let's leave it for now, but I'll keep it in mind. Is there anything else in here? I know there's a locked door there, but okay. Zach Flash. The self has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms and dirty bandages wraps his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling bugged out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash. He gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish. Is your magic, man? I might be interested. Zach cocks his head and offers you a lopsided grin. Well then, I might be able to help you. He begins to twist a strand of his long, stringy hair around one of his spidery fingers. His smile remains fixed, a pearly crescent set into a face caked with grime. Don't leave me in suspense. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Conspiratorial whisper. There we go. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I won't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? I've got a formula for a combat stim. Can you produce something like that? Oh, you know it. I'm your man. I can hook you up right now. See what you got. Not that I'm going to buy anything from this guy. I just wanted to see. I still have that broken drone too, so if I find someone like a rigger that I could pass that off to, that'd be cool. Well, let me talk to this guy and then we'll end the video here, and when we come back we'll finish exploring the bazaar here, seeing getting familiar with the area really, like now that I know like the cybertech is there and my Decker stuff is over here and you know Stims is there. Helps. We got Gunnar Metbarch. Let me try this again. Ramanai Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Tavan Backstill. You're here to connect some business. If so, I welcome you to Met Bench Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking by. I have cash and I need weapons. Show me the goods. So he's our weapons dealer. Okay. Now I only have the one weapon on me right now, the AK-97. I need range combat 4 before I can use the Ares Predator, which I'm at 3 right now. What do you have for rifles though? Even has snipers. I don't think I want a sniper. I think I just want like an actual. Yeah. So what's the difference between SmartLink and I can't remember. Better accuracy, I think. Launchers. You got Secure Tech armor. Just a bunch of shit. So what kind of weapons does he have here? AK-97, Simopal, and then Simopal SmartLink. Yeah, it costs an extra 200 Niran for it. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Wouldn't mind upgrading our weapon here. Take that off. And we'll sell that. Cool. Alright, well, that's going to be it for now. Just want to kind of make my way over here. Cool. And we're gonna continue exploring and see if I can find. Actually, it's probably just her that I talked to. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I acquired this drone. Can you get it up and running again? Yeah, probably. It might take a bit of doing though. I love working on these old corp drones. Can't make you any guarantees, but either way, it's on the house. I'll leave it in your hands then. I'll start on it right now. See you later. Later. Cool. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to end it here. When we come back, we will continue on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and say, comment down below. Subscribe, shares will help me out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.